It's tabletop time! I am Shad from I Am Shad.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Mackie.
And I'm Jazza from Draw with Jazza. So we're ready to
get into it, fellas?
Campaign.
Okay, thank you for anyone who is joining us again. We're about to start playing. Before we begin, there's a couple of little additions or clarifications I need to fill these guys in regards to the setting. If you were with us in the last stream or have watched the videos on YouTube, this will make sense. If you haven't, it won't make sense. So go back, watch the last ones, and then rewatch this if you have the time. Then you'll understand. There you go.
If you have a few hours to spare.
Awesome.
But to be honest, it's going to be pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, and you'll kind of get an idea as to how the dice rolls work. It's not like D&D. You don't need to understand, armor class and certain stats. There's just a basic way rolls work, and you'll get an idea of it as we play. So you're welcome to just
They'll
watch.
pick it up pretty quick, regardless of...
We're gonna. This is our first ever session, and I think we should probably start off by doing a quick little recap and intro, and jump in. What do you think?
Well, there's those clarification little things I just wanted to share. I can do that before you guys.
Let's go.
So last time I went through the history and setting, and there's a couple important things that I mentioned, and one important thing was the Rosetta Sphere. If you're wondering what the hell that is, last week. Go and watch if you like. The table. So the Rosetta Sphere is just a sphere that orbits in the center of the debris field of the destroyed Earth. Before I mentioned that it was just floating there. I'm changing things just briefly. Hopefully I won't change anything else because now we're going to get into play. But before we start playing, what are you looking at me like that for?
Go on.
Okay. The Rosetta Sphere cannot be moved out of orbit. They tried, but no force they could possibly apply would not budge it from its orbit. It would still stay in orbit and move in orbit. They couldn't stop the orbit or move it out. They built a space station around it. Okay, so to give them an atmosphere, like literally just a full space station, and around the Rosetta Sphere is a big platform and then a really big viewing platform, like a theatre or something like that. Because the Rosetta Sphere is a big cultural thing. People make pilgrimages to this thing, and they also built it mainly to study the thing. Okay, to study the Rosetta Sphere. Now, if you remember my description, I mentioned that it's covered in markings, and in one tiny section of those markings, like a millimetre section, is two words, I am, in every single one of Earth's languages. Ancient Egyptian, modern, and even the newer languages.
That's only the one they found that they understood.
That they understood, exactly. That's only in a millimetre section, and there's markings all over it. There's an additional thing. When they found those markings, if a person touches those markings, specifically the Earth language group, if they touch anything else, nothing happens. But when they touch that, the markings disappear and larger markings appear. And what they are is they're the words from the Earth language group, but only that. Only the words from the Earth language group is over it now. So can you picture how that looks? It's a bit bigger, and so all the other markings disappear, and then the Earth language...
But it's interactive. That can go and come back.
Well, yeah, and the surface isn't changing. It's just what's on the surface, these markings, these images, right? And so then, if you touch a set of words from another language, you instantly know that language.
Ooh.
That's a cool thing to have.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's how... And so
from there, does everyone go to touch it, or is
they
it strictly controlled?
People do. They allow it because after a few hundred years, they found out that no bad things happened. Because the Rosetta Sphere has been around for 1,700 years. That's when Earth was destroyed and they discovered it. So they've had a lot of time to test if there was any bad side effects. And people can only learn up to 5 languages from it. And if you pick another language over the 5, your original language becomes erased and replaced with the new one. Okay? But some people took the opportunity to learn ancient Egyptian or Latin, dead languages that no one knew, and now they know the entire language. Its syntax, how it's pronounced, the writing, everything.
Okay, that's cool.
That's interesting.
So that's just an amendment I had for it. So, so I reckon it's cool.
A nice little quirk.
So
How
you
does
guys...
that work with me?
Doesn't work with you.
I think so.
Sorry, Rob. You're a robot.
You have to download it from somewhere.
Oh, no.
Or torrent if it's that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you torrent it, you can get viruses. Yeah.
All that porn.
You can't.
What is it going to do to me?
You can't connect to any networks.
Yeah, you can't connect to networks.
So you can't download anything.
You can only learn things the conventional way.
Unless...
Can I do it quicker than usual?
Yeah, you can read really fast, like just scan.
Sweet.
Like on Bicentennial Man.
Alrighty, so
Good movie.
that's really the only thing. You guys will need to decide if you've ever visited the Rosetta Sphere in your life and learnt any new languages. There is a universal language, and so there's no real need to learn other languages.
I can't imagine in my character's history or personality would have been a major thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it would only have happened to me if Alabama took me there. I have no other reason to know it.
I kind of helped create it.
You helped discover it by helping blow up the Earth. Rob's character helped blow up the Earth.
Ooh.
It's all his fault.
I forgot that detail.
Yes. I'm also the only one that was alive when Earth was still a thing, I think. Unless there's some other 1,700-year-old robot floating around.
Okay, yeah.
Alrighty, so with that in place, we are about ready to start, guys.
Should we reintroduce our characters?
Yes, reintroduce your
I
characters.
have a question. Do I need the ship's stat thing because I'm the pilot?
Yeah, do you have... is it under...
What's it called again?
It's just the Rogue Star. Is this shit. Oh, here it is. So this is the stat sheet for the Rogue Star.
Which I shall be piloting. I'm going to lift up the camera stand just slightly. So.
Could I suggest that we go through our characters, also mention the character sheet change, and then we'll just kind of stop and start a new video, because then we can have one start immediately when we're into the narration.
Okay.
Because this is still sort of informational, which is still important.
I'll still post it on YouTube.
I will do. Yeah.
Alright, that's the plan. I like it.
Just to involve you guys on our process. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, Rob, do you want to go first?
I'm 2A-60I. I'm a 17-year-old 100 robot. 1700-year-old.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. I am the ship's engineer. I don't really want to go into personality at this stage because it can take ages, but if you want, I'm sure one of our mods will link this really, 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 really long story I wrote. You can check that out whenever you want. For just fun facts, my disabling characteristics are I'm over-emotional and I'm addicted to replacing and tinkering with my own body parts.
Woohoo.
I love that.
So you like that's a shoulder pad from somewhere
Yes.
random, and the back piece might have been from somewhere random. So I think his face is permanent. I think that's probably like you wrote this top bit I left blank, but you could probably like put on robotic hats or whatever. I don't know. But like all the wiry black bits
That's a
are all
cool
like
idea. Like a
Yeah.
big cowboy hat or something.
that. You can consider that an upgrade. All right, cool.
Scalp someone
So I
and-
don't have a finished, refined picture of Mackie's character. But this is what we got so far.
Yep.
So do you want to introduce us to?
Yep, so my
Atlas.
character's name is Atlas. Relatively short but very stocky. Only 5'4". He's a Baron, the race, which we have a race drawing over there.
Is it Baron or Baran?
Baran, sorry, my bad.
Mackie.
How dare
My
you.
character is
This
a
is the first one.
kleptomaniac, which means he steals things, not necessarily of value. And he's also overconfident. So
This is what the Baran look like, just for your own reference. Greyish skin. Sort of, are they scales for hair?
Yeah,
like
scales
where the
for
hair?
hair.
Yeah, cool. So just for your reference.
yeah, so we haven't really drawn my character's non-helmet face mode, like what he actually looks like.
Can
So
you say it's that, the male Baran?
yeah, we can do that. I'm happy with that.
Oh
'cause,
no, I'll give you a proper one. But we'll do it next week.
Yeah, so I'm the pilot of the Rogue Star, so that'll be interesting interaction there. And yeah, that's pretty much all there really is to my character at this stage without being too descriptive.
Cool. All right. Well, that's Atlas.
Atlas. I like it.
I like the name. I think I like all of our names actually. Tui, Atlas, and Riot.
Oh, I have a secret reference to my name. If anybody can guess it, good work. No one will get it. No one will get it.
Anyways, so I am Riot. My actual name is Ryan, but he's whatever. Yeah.
He's a riot.
He was sort of raised by pirates. His dad was abusive. He accidentally killed his mum. It's a long story. He ran away on a planet.
He has a sister, doesn't he?
He has a sister that he abandoned out of fear after killing his
Do you mind
mother
if
by
I get their
accident.
names? The father and the sister.
This might come up later. I wrote it, so you can make it up. Probably.
Oh, make
I think
it up?
no. I wrote the sister's name down. Let me.
I want their names.
I sent it in an email. I sent you,
Alright.
so it'll be in there.
I can't access
So yeah. Anyway, accidentally killed his mother in defending his sister from his dad, who was a drunk abuser. then was horrified, ran away, and never saw them again. Long story short, was on another planet hiding, being a dude on the streets, ended up getting picked up by pirates and made to kind of join their crew. Eventually he became alcoholic and quite hilarious to them because he would do all the stupidest things that they dared him to, and then they all became good friends. Hooray! Think Treasure Planet, I guess. No influences at all. But yeah, anyway, so he was kind of raised by pirates, did all Daredevil stuff. One day came across the Rogue Star in combat. His ship fell and he went to prison, but the captain of the Rogue Star sought him out.
I just kind of picture that fight going kind of like this. Pirates, hand over everything you want, and they're not knowing, having any idea that the Rogue Star is actually armed to the teeth with like rods and everything. And so I just blew the pirate ship out.
I would imagine though that maybe they were like surprised by the fight that was put up by, I suppose in particular, Riot, which is why she came and contacted him. And anyway, long story short, Riot's prison time was reduced because Alabama recruited him for the remainder of his prison term and restored his arm, eye, and ear, which are now robotic. The end.
Here's a question I don't think we've answered yet. What do we do as a crew?
Well, you guys actually get to mainly pick that.
Shenanigans.
You're trying to achieve your goals.
Shenanigans sounds good.
That's Maggie's word. You guys mainly will pick that. You know, you have goals that your character's going to try and want to achieve. Alabama, she is the captain, so she would have last say, but she's very Republican in the sense that, I don't know, that she opens it to your guys' input.
More democratic.
Yeah, democratic, that one.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. And so, yeah, you guys will get say, but then she kind of will make calls and also just do missions. And these missions, they're often cons. Like, the beginning of the game, you're going to be coming back from a certain mission, and I'll describe. And so you could be mercenary missions, just as being mercs or stuff.
Yeah. Leave it.
Oh, by the way,
next video.
your sister's name is Argentina.
Argentina.
Is it? No. What?
I need her names, man.
I gave you a name.
I can't access my email. I'm not online because of your funny network.
Oh, she had a name. Alright, that'll do.
Argentina.
Okay,
His dad's name is Eric.
Now.
What's her last name?
Eric.
I don't remember.
I swear to God, if he's the Scottish one, he'll kill you.
I don't know.
Ryan... Smith.
Exeter.
No.
Smith.
Here, I've got to remember what it is. I should be able to remember. It was like an action word or something.
Smith. Last name.
No, it's not Smith. I made up this stuff for a reason. I just don't have it on me. You put me under pressure.
You've got email. Look up the email.
Isn't it
you
on
sent
your
me.
character
Oh,
sheet?
yeah.
No.
Hang on, where's my phone? This
Sorry,
is
guys.
totally wasting time.
Yeah, well,
Let's wrap up this video. Let's do that on the side, and then we'll get started. Thanks for watching, and join for the next video where we start playing.
Yes.
Hope you enjoyed.